WeWork co-founder Adam Neumann is reportedly trying to buy back the bankrupt company. This is my favorite story. I thought you'd love it. Reminder, WeWork filed for bankruptcy in November of 2023, 4 years after Adam Neumann stepped down. Newman's attempts to purchase apparently stretch back to October 2022 when he attempted to arrange $1 billion in financing, but he was stonewalled by former CEO Sandeep Mathrani. The letter was sent by Newman's counsel, cited the support of Dan Loeb's hedge fund, third point. But in response, the fund said it only had preliminary conversations with Neumann. Oh, look at that. And had not made a commitment to participate. Funding secured, I guess. Just go for it, Scott. You're the WeWork guy.
Well, you got to give the guy credit. I mean, he kind of has no shame. I believe that the reason Adam Neumann was not brought up on criminal charges, I don't know if he would have been found guilty, and the reason why Elizabeth Holmes is in prison is a cultural issue involving saving face, and that is Masayoshi-san decided, or Masa didn't want to lose face and declare bankruptcy and say that he'd been fooled by Adam Neumann. And as a result, Adam Neumann, who is the ultimate poker player in terms of just kind of enormous balls, said, I'll let this thing go under unless you buy me out at a ridiculous premium. He walked away with, I think, no one has ever got a 10% commission. That has never happened before. Usually the complaint is, okay, this company is very profitable, but you're overpaying the CEO. I mean, whatever you think about Elon Musk's compensation, and that the compensation committee was not representing all shareholders and could have, they probably could have got the same deal paying him $10 billion. This is unprecedented, and he is shameless. He went out and immediately did a high-profile thing around trying to pretend that buying apartments was somehow like a kibbutz and something to flow.
Where did that go?
I think Andreessen Horowitz is probably already regretting getting in bed with this guy. It's not a good look for them. And now he's back saying, anyways, if his board had decided had all of a sudden gone, he misled us and got aggressive with him, I think this could have been a very different outcome for him. And instead, he's back and trying to buy WeWork out of bankruptcy. I don't think the judge is going to look kindly on him having taken so much money out and then showing up to buy the bond. I even think there's a law.
He's got a set, though, doesn't he?
Oh, my gosh. And not only that.
Have you spent time with him? He's very amusing. I had breakfast with him once, and he's super amusing. But,
no.
I kept reaching for my wallet. I was like,
no, I just heard.
He's very charming.
I heard from I have a couple of friends at WeWork, and I heard from him in the morning. I put out that thing, and when the IPO unwound, basically saying, thanks, my kids can't go to school now. But anyways, he's when Dan Loeb comes out and says, no, Adam's exaggerating, that's a really bad look for Adam Neumann. And I would bet Dan's going to have nothing to do with this guy now.
No, and Dan's a very canny investor. Yeah,
and I can't imagine any institution. When you're an institutional investor, you make a lot of money over the long term just by doing the following: not making stupid mistakes. And anyone who loses money with Adam Neumann right now will be accused of making a stupid mistake. And so I think it's going to be just very difficult for him.
He wouldn't lose money. What do you think of the actual thing? Let's leave aside that he fleeced these people and some, or no, he just took the money. He didn't fleece them. They knew just what he was.
Well, I don't. Okay, but I would be very interested. I believe that the board, that's what people say. People will say that Elizabeth Holmes lied to her board. And I would just love to know all the emails about what Adam Neumann was saying about performance of the company. Anyways, this will all come out, I'm sure, at some point. But just to talk about WeWork for a second, WeWork was invented for bankruptcy and for someone to make money here. Because in bankruptcy, you get to go through their, whatever it is, 770 locations and cherry pick the ones that are working and exit the leases of the ones that aren't, and repackage the thing and pay the debtors some of their money back, issue new equity. WeWork will live on. I believe that. I bet everyone from Barry Sternlicht to a variety of real estate savvy investors are looking at this thing, because I called I called a friend of mine who's a distressed credit investor and said, could you look at the WeWork bonds and what it would cost to take over this company? Because retail, and this is a retail concept, is invented, or bankruptcy is invented for this. So WeWork will live on to fight another day. So get this. the amount of global co-working space, or the user base that uses co-working from 2021 to 2024, is estimated to be up 100%. The number of people using co-working space has doubled since the pandemic. It's a good business. This is a good business that's had that has, quite frankly, just a terrible capital structure, and
Well, it just wasn't a tech company. It didn't need a wave company. You know, he kind of lathered tech all over.
That shit was just crazy. Crazy time is over. Sandeep came in. Sandeep is not crazy, but he had a bad capital structure. They just owed too much money, and leases. This is what kills retail companies. When you enter into a bad lease, they're 10-year leases, so that lease is costing you $3 million a year, and you're making $2 million. It's a weeping sore of a liability that will cost you $10 million in losses over 10 years. But poof, under the auspices of Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is a wonderful thing about America, you get to go through and cherry pick all your leases and get out of the bad ones. WeWork, it's like hotels. They say the first person.
It's a good brand.
They say it's the third person who owns a hotel that makes money. The first person comes in, builds something beautiful and non-economic. Someone else comes in and takes it off them. They lose money. And then the third person who comes in and buys the hotel for 40 or 60 cents on the dollar makes money. We're at that third person right now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a good brand. Good luck, Adam. Good luck, Adam.